Welcome to the Krista Escamilla Show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Krista Escamilla Show. If I'm grinning really big, it's because I have two of my favorite humans in the whole wide world here today. My daughters, well, our daughters, Al's there too. Our daughters, Aspen and Ali Escamilla. Thanks for being here, girls.
Thanks for having us, Mom.
Literally. But up. Okay,
oh goodness.
It's gonna be one of those days, ladies. One of those days.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so happy to be doing this because, of course, everybody knows I love y'all so much because I tell everybody, right? But now you all get to see why I praise these two so much. So thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having us.
Okay, so we're gonna start from the beginning. Tell me about your life.
Oh gosh, you were born first. You got it. So I'm actually the older one. Everyone always thinks she's the older one, but that's okay.
I'm just 2 inches taller.
Yep. So I don't know. We were born and raised here in Midland and grew up going to Trinity school our whole lives and played golf our whole lives. And now we both go to Lubbock Christian and play golf there.
Yes, and you're a junior.
I am a junior.
Halfway through the junior year. How's it going?
It's going. Yep.
It's going. It's going fast, hasn't it?
It's going really fast.
And Allie, you are a freshman.
Yep, halfway done with my first year.
How's that going?
It's going well. I'm making friends and learning a lot, so it's been good.
Remember when everybody told you your senior year, it goes by so fast?
Mm-hmm.
Were they right?
Oh, they were
they
right.
were right.
Feels like just yesterday I was sitting at a table at Trinity School, but nope. Goes by fast.
And now you're in college girls.
Yep.
We have so much to talk about. I think I want to first of all start with I know y'all were really good teenagers. Really good teenagers. And I think a lot of parents, they're parenting teens right now. So I thought it'd be fun for you to give your best piece of advice for teenagers and for parents of teenagers, because that can be a tough time for a lot of parents. So what advice would you give to a teen out there?
Allie?
Okay, I've got some good advice. I learned a lot throughout my teenage years. To the actual teenagers out there, the advice that I would give them, it sounds stupid, but it's to listen to your parents, because your parents are always right. As much as you hate to admit it, they will always be right 100% of the time. They have a bad feeling about a friend, a bad feeling about a situation, a bad feeling about you going somewhere. Just listen to them, because they're always going to be right.
I'll Venmo you for that one.
For the parents out there, I would say to be patient with your teenagers, because they have a lot more going on in their lives than what they show. And so I would say to just be patient and to know that they're trying their hardest, I think is what I would say to the parents.
I think that's
good
pretty
advice.
Spot on.
Aspen?
Thanks. Yeah.
Got some advice?
No, I think I just piggybacking on what Allie said, and I feel like we're kind of parenting Alex right now, which is weird. The patience thing is big.
Mm-hmm. He's our 14-year-old.
Yeah. Like she said, there's probably a lot more going on than we let on. Or I know there was a lot more going on than we let on to y'all. And so I think it's just important that, listening and, just being there for them.
Do you think kids should tell their parents more, or parents should ask for more information through those teenage years, or just let them talk it out?
I think let them talk it out when they want is probably the best, because I know the more someone asks me a question, the less I want to talk about it, especially when I was a teenager and I was I don't want to talk about anything. So yeah.
If y'all could go back and tell your 13, 14-year-old self something, what would you say?
Oh gosh. I always actually never mind.
I think I would just probably tell my 13-year-old self to not care as much about what everyone thinks, because I was just always that girl that cared so much, and I think I wish that I just wasn't.
I agree. And I think basically the same thing, not to care as much about the other opinions all the other girls have, and it's really not important if you don't have all the nicest things or you're not friends with so and so, it will be okay. And yeah, I let the little things get to me a lot when I was in middle school and high school, and I don't know, probably just it's not all as big as it seems in the moment.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Exactly.
I love that. I think you girls, I admire your friendship with each other, and I admire your friendship with other girls and with other. So let's talk about friendships, because what makes a good friend?
Yeah, that's actually something that is hard to figure out, especially as a teenager, is to like find out what really makes a good friend. And luckily, Aspen and I have always had each other for that, like ever since we were little.
Even now,
we are actually inseparable. It's kind of probably concerning sometimes because we go to the same college and we can't go a day without seeing each other.
Yeah. It warms this mama's heart, though. I'll tell you that.
I would say just finding out like who's loyal to you is what I'd say to look for in a friendship. Like, you don't have to see them every day. You don't have to talk to them every day. You don't have to hang out every day. But just knowing that whenever you need them, they'll be there. Whenever they need you, you can be there for them.
Yeah.
I love that.
I agree. And we got lucky. Like, I know a lot of sisters are usually, like, we hear sisters be like, oh, y'all want to go to the same school as each other? Like, and we're like, yeah, is that not normal? So we have been super blessed by that. But with, like, finding friends, I think I had someone tell me my freshman year of college, show me your friends, I'll show you your future, which I thought was super cool because, like, the people that you surround yourself with, they'll either lift you up or bring you down.
Yes.
And so I just, like, I don't know, evaluating going into college and, like, finding my friends in college, I think that was a big thing because, yeah, my friends in high school were the best. I had just the best friends. They were all older than me, and they just, like, all loved me and were always there for me. So,
well, because you're so lovable. Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
But I love that because I think it's important to find, they always say find your people, right? And when you do find them, you really know it and you feel it, right? And so I think that's good advice for, younger girls and you'll find them at different stages in your life, right? And I think that's important too. What's that song like? Make new friends, but keep the old.
Don't think I know that one.
One is silver and the other's gold.
I think that's like a nursery rhyme or something.
So this is what it's been like in our house for you. I break out in song a lot, right?
It does. Yeah.
Songs and quotes.
Yeah.
But one is silver and the other's gold. You're going to make new friends throughout your life, but you also, cherish all the friends in different seasons of your life.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
So true.
I am having so much fun. I don't even know where to go next. Okay. Tell me, what is your favorite thing about growing up in Midland, Texas? And then we'll talk college in a minute.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. A lot of people will talk trash about Midland, Texas, and they'll say,
It is what it is.
Midland's boring. There's nothing to do in Midland.
I'm never going back there.
I'm moving away and I'm never coming back. But I'm not one of those people. I love Midland. I came home every other weekend my first semester in college, which I probably shouldn't have done, but that's okay just because I love Midland so much.
Yes.
It is hard to find stuff to do in Midland, though. Like, obviously, we're in the middle of nowhere. But I think that once you do have those friends that you enjoy being around, it's the people, not the place. Like, It just makes it more enjoyable to be in the town whenever you have people that you enjoy being with.
And I have good news. We're getting something like a Topgolf.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's going to be another something to do. We just got a trampoline park. I know these are things that were not there when you girls were growing up.
That's okay, though.
But that's okay. They're coming now.
I'll still go to the trampoline park.
I know, right? Aspen, how about you?
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I don't know how to it's literally the people here. Every single person that you meet is just so nice. And even I have people that I've met in Lubbock, and they're like, I went to Midland, and everyone's so nice there. And I'm like, yeah. It's home. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it might just be dirt and oil rigs, but, like, it's worth getting to know.
I agree. And we have the most beautiful sunsets.
That is true.
Ever. Like,
we do have the most beautiful
and
sunsets.
the best kolaches.
And the best kolache. All right, where's your favorite kolache place? Let's shout them out.
TNT Donuts.
Yes. Go give them all of your business right now.
I love it. I love it. Okay, I want to talk college. I want to talk golf. I want to talk faith. So those are three big topics we're going to cover. But first, your mama. Time for quote of the day. Let's pick a quote, ladies.
Do I read it?
Yep, you read it.
Okay.
Wait, which card did you get?
Encourage.
Encourage card. Yes.
It reads, try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Maya Angelou.
I love that quote. What does that mean to you?
Well, the first thing I thought about was Casey Musgrave's song Rainbow. Which actually, fun fact, always makes my mom cry.
Even just the name, apparently.
Because gosh, it's so good.
I literally could start crying right now. Do y'all not love that song Rainbow from Casey Musgraves? Okay, but
To
keep
me,
going.
it means like, I take it to more like a day-to-day thing. Like someone might be having a bad day and you could be like the rainbow that puts a smile on their face, just the thing that they need to, you know, brighten the darkness, or however cliche, I don't know.
I love that. Okay, since there's two of you, this is our first time having two guests. But Allie, first, tell me what that one means to you.
I think for me is I've always been kind of like the goofier side of like in like a friendship. Like I always try to be a little bit goofy. Dad's agreeing back there, and so I've always just tried to be the rainbow, even like just all the time.
And
for
she is.
for people.
Yes, you are. You do that so well. All right, Miss Aspen's gonna pick up different quote. Which one did you get?
Smile.
You got the smile.
Oh my
card.
gosh, this is
You have
funny.
a beautiful smile. Oh my goodness. Okay. What is it?
You can tackle the day, or the day can tackle you. Go
Yes.
tackle the day. This is a quote by my mom, Krista Escamilla.
I love that you picked that one.
It's so funny because she tells us this, like,
me see
well,
it.
first of all, she like closes the news.
From me.
You go tackle the day. But that's what she tells us like every day of our lives, which is just so funny that I picked that up.
I think that's hilarious because I literally have one
Me.
quote from me that I put in there.
Krista Escamilla.
That's funny.
That is so funny. Okay, what does that mean to you, Allie?
I mean, it's what we've been told ever since we were little, to just go tackle the day and don't let it tackle you.
That's
I think it just speaks for itself on that one.
I love that you got that card because it's true. I mean, you can let the day tackle you, right? I mean, like, I'm such a visual person right now. I see you walking out the door for school or something. The day's tackling you, right? Or you can walk out the door and you tackle it. So anyway.
So go tackle the day.
Go tackle the day. Okay, your turn. What are your favorite quotes?
Okay, so we're not big quote people.
Sorry, Mom.
Actually,
It's okay.
Like the one quote that I know is actually "Show me your friends and I'll show you your future."
I already used that one.
You used
I
a
already
quote
used that
already.
So I think I will read you my favorite Bible verse,
I love it.
which is Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect, which I've lived by since I was like in high school, because I've always struggled with like wanting to fit in and all the things, but basically like God will reward you for following God, and the things of this world are what's going to tear you down.
I love that. It's so true. And it's something that I wish I would have known it earlier in life and really lived by that. And I love that you found that in high school. It makes my heart so happy. And why is Dad giving us goofy faces behind the camera?
He wants Allie to laugh.
I love that, Aspen. Thanks
Yeah.
for sharing that, because I know that's always been your favorite. And
Yep.
it makes me smile whenever that comes up in my day, or if I see it, or like if it's the Bible verse of my day on my phone, I'm like, that's Aspen's favorite. I love it. Allie, what's your favorite?
Mine is also from Romans. Mine's Romans 8:31, and it says, "What then shall we say to these things? If our God is for us, then who could be against us?"
So good. That is so good. What does that mean to you?
For me, it actually means a lot. I found that Bible verse like probably about a year ago. From right about now, I was like halfway through my senior year, and I was just like struggling quite a bit. And then it was actually, we were sitting in chapel at Trinity, and our chaplain was giving a chapel talk, and it was about that verse. And I literally got it right on my phone and typed it into my phone, and ever since then, it's just stuck with me. If God's for us, then who could possibly be against us?
I love it. I love it. See why I love these two so much? Oh my goodness.
I have another quote.
Oh yeah, give it to me. Oh,
That-
we can do quotes all day long.
I wrote this down. Allie and I were listening to a podcast on the way up here with Sadie Robertson and Heather Thompson Day. And Heather said, grace often belongs to people who don't deserve grace. That's why it's grace. And I thought that was pretty cool, because a lot of the time I don't deserve grace and I still get it from God. And it also reminds me to give others grace even when I think they don't deserve it, because I'm not the judge of that. So I just thought that was pretty cool.
That is really cool.
We're big podcast listeners.
I love it. So what are your favorite podcasts?
My favorite podcast is, well, I really like Crime Junkie. I'm a big true crime girl.
She is. Yep.
Yeah, so that was my most listened to podcast this year.
Allie, favorite podcast?
Actually, not the biggest podcast girl, I will admit. Everyone knows this.
I will say I didn't get into podcasts until like this last year.
Yeah.
So
It's just my attention span is I can't do it. But I will listen to my mom's podcast.
Thank you, Allie.
And I will listen when Aspen plays one in the car. And I will listen if I have to for school.
Nice.
Another one that I think is good is called it's called Loving Your Husband Before You Have One, and it's with this lady named Kim Vollendar. Okay, I always butcher her last name.
That's all right.
But she's so good, and I listened to her at a conference that I went to in Dallas one year, and I've just listened to her podcast like ever since, and it's like all for women, trying to teach them about like how to love your husband before you have one, and like just girl life advice, which is super
I love
awesome. Yeah, and she's so wise.
And say the name of it again one more time so
Let me just get it right then.
Okay. That is wonderful. Oh, I love that. See, I think anything where you're learning and growing is so important, and that's what I love about podcasts. And that's actually our goal, with the Krista Escamilla Show. We want everyone to learn and grow together and inspire. So
yeah, so I was right. It's Loving Your Husband Before You Even Have One. It's Kim Vollendorf. And her husband is Sean Vollendorf, and he has one for boys.
perfect.
Aww.
So there you go. Everybody can listen to one. I love that. Well, thank you for sharing. I want to talk about faith, ladies, because both of y'all have chosen to go to Lubbock Christian University. Mm-hmm. And how did faith play a role in you choosing your college, and also how has it really made your experience in college and grow you into the person you are today?
I think for me, whenever I wrote down a list of things that I wanted in a college, I always wanted a small faith-based college. Those were really the only things that I was looking for. Coming from a small Christian school, Trinity, I just knew that that was something that I wanted to continue in my life and to continue to grow. And Lubbock Christian just seemed like the perfect fit. It checked all the boxes, and really being there has shown me the name is Lubbock Christian, but the people seriously practice the name. All of the people there that you meet are extremely genuine, and people will come up to you and ask you, how can I pray for you today? It's just God is just present everywhere on campus, everywhere.
I think that's one of the sweetest things that somebody can come up and ask you, and to have that in college. Mm-hmm. I can honestly say that I was 48 years old before someone actually came up to me and asked me, how can I pray for you today? And when that it changes your day. Mm-hmm. It really does, and you feel a connection to that person, and you're thankful for them, and you pray right back. I love that. Aspen, why did you choose?
Well, I chose Lubbock Christian kind of differently than Allie. I had the whole COVID thing, and it was quite the mess, and so I didn't initially want to end up going to Lubbock Christian. I didn't really know about it until a few months before I ended up going there. And so I kind of had a bad mindset about being there, and it was the people that I met in Lubbock also, just the community that made me love it. And I somehow got my sister to follow me there. But she's not wrong. I've never been to a place where your teachers will pray for you before class, pray for you after finals, continue to ask you if you're rested, have people that pour into you. And another big thing that I've got to witness this past summer with Lubbock Christian was the summer camp they do for high schoolers called Encounter.
Yes.
Which is seriously, so shout out Encounter, literally life-changing. And you just get to see all these hundreds of kids worshiping and just get to be a part of their life. But also you get to do it with your peers that all of the counselors go to Lubbock Christian, which is super cool because you get to grow in faith and walk and learn while helping others, which was super awesome for me.
I love that. And I think that's important. And faith, I know, is so important to both of you. And I'm so grateful that you both have made the decision to follow Christ and to live your life, because you don't just follow him, you live your life Christ-like. And I'm going to cry. I don't think I've cried in a podcast before.
Austin, did it make you cry?
I don't think I did. I might have. We'll have to rewind it. But it just warms my heart that y'all have made these life decisions. Because what did I always say to you guys when you would go out the door when you were young? Do you all remember?
Go tackle the day.
Besides go tackle the day.
We had rules. Be yourself, have fun.
Make good
choices.
Make good choices.
But most importantly was to have fun. I will say that.
Yep. I would always say that when you'd have friends come over, right? We'd have a birthday party or something. I'd be like, here's the rules. And I'd try to make it sound like I was going to be this mean mom, right? I'm like,
have fun.
Have fun. And they'd all go, yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop crying now so I can continue. Okay, so you mentioned that you weren't going to go to LCU because,
Yes.
right? But as we know, God always has a better plan for us than what
So
we
true.
think. And just to wrap it up in a nutshell, what happened was you had committed early to play golf at St. Edward's.
Correct.
COVID hit. They canceled 5 sports because of
Yeah.
funding during the COVID year. And so you then had other coaches reach out and like I said, God had this better plan, right? And you
Yeah.
end up LCU. So let's talk a little bit about golf.
Okay.
All right. How
Woo.
has golf played a role in y'all's life?
Golf honestly has opened so many doors that I you don't even realize it's happening in the moment. I got my job this past summer because I went to one of Allie's golf tournaments where I met my future boss because she was playing with his daughter, and I loved my job this summer. And so that was just, it's like crazy. Like even just playing golf and going to watch your sister play golf has just opened so many doors for me. And we've gotten to just make so many new friends through like the whole country that just through golf, which has been pretty cool.
And shout out Betenbough Homes.
Yep. Shout out Betenbough Homes.
Allie, what has
Yeah.
golf meant to you?
Golf means a lot to me. We've all played since we were super little, so it's always been a part of our lives. But I think as I got older, I kind of realized that I could actually go somewhere with it. It wasn't till COVID 2020 whenever I actually started taking golf a little bit more seriously, and I'm very glad that I did because golf has taken me to the coolest places. We've been California, Vegas, Colorado. We've been all over the map for golf, and we've met people from all over
Cabo.
the world. Cabo.
Cabo.
And we've met people from all over the world. Like, we have teammates from New Zealand, South Africa. We know people from Scotland that play golf. It's just crazy how, like,
Small the golf
world is. Like, it's actually insane. You'll meet someone, you'll be playing in a tournament with them, and you'll be like, do you know this person? They're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I know this person. How do you know this person?
Isn't
and
that
then
crazy?
suddenly you're all friends, and everyone knows everyone somehow. And it's just great. And especially, like, to be able to see, like, our little brother playing golf, I think is awesome because we get to see him with his friends out there, and it's just great.
Yeah. Another thing that's super cool is that all 4 of us play, which is sometimes not the greatest because we are very competitive.
Family scrambles
There
get
will be
competitive.
days that we leave the golf course like laughing our heads off, and then there will be days that it is dead silent on the way home.
Yep.
But I do think it's super cool that it is something that we've gotten to do together because, I don't know, it's one of the things that I realized that, like, we all just get to go out and do, which a lot
Yeah.
of families don't have.
It is fun. I
so
mean,
yeah.
besides pickleball, we did play
Besides
pickleball the
pickleball,
other
we
day.
have
One
taken up
time.
pickleball,
One time we played pickleball,
which also
was very competitive.
was very competitive.
Yeah, it's tough in the Escamilla
Yeah.
family playing sports.
Yeah, very competitive family.
But I love that y'all can play together, and I have to do a mom brag real quick because I don't know how often this happens. I can think of, in our own family, it's happened like 3 times where y'all have won in the same tournament or year or title. And so here's my quick mom brag. Usually when they were little, we were driving home from a golf tournament, somebody's not happy with the way they played, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 are not happy. But one day, all 4 of you won on the exact same day.
Yeah.
And do you remember where we were
We were
playing?
in Gaines
Yeah,
County.
Gaines County.
Shout out Gaines County.
It was so
Yep.
funny. It like lined up perfectly that we were all in different age groups.
Because that's very rare that Aspen and I are in different age divisions.
Yeah, it was very rare, and it was honestly the one time where I was driving home, and I'm like, this
Milkshakes
is,
when we get home.
yeah, like everybody was happy, and we were all celebrating, and
Yeah.
there was true happiness in the car that day.
Yeah.
And then also when both you and your brother won state at
Yes.
Taps,
We won
and then
state on separate greens, like within seconds of each other.
that was crazy. One of
Yeah.
you both birdied to win the state champion. Like we're in the middle watching 18 and 9, and and your little sister and little brother were there.
We're like running back and forth.
So that's another great memory.
Yeah.
And then you and your brother win. Your older brother win the city championship in the same year.
Yep.
So okay, there's my mom brag for the day. Sorry, I had to do it.
I was even more proud of Allie's state win than I was of my own, though, so I just want to put that out there.
You were cheering for her so loud when she won state. That was exciting.
I was FaceTiming all her friends. I was so excited.
That was fun. That was a fun. So we have, you know what I love? The memories that we have together, and that's the one thing that I think all four of you playing the same sport, we have shared memories through the years, and of course there's highs and lows right through it all. Tell me what is the toughest thing about being a student athlete in college? Because I know being a college student already has its challenges of its own. So we'll talk about the good stuff in a minute, but we have to talk about the real stuff too. What's the biggest challenge?
I think a lot of people would agree on time management. It's just a lot first of all, you're having to make new friends, you're wanting to be social, you're wanting to do all these things, but you have practice. And so it's like, how do I tell my friends I can't stay out late because I have 6 a.m. workout? So I think it's hard having to learn how to say no to people, and then also having to just balance that lifestyle between what you're wanting to do and getting what you want to do and what you have to do and making it compatible and working it all out. Which I think is probably especially hard as a freshman. That's something that you have to figure out. And then, you just know you're going to be stressed also. So preparing mentally to be stressed, I think, is one thing. And then using your downtime wisely has something that I've learned to be important also.
Do you have something you do during that, when you said being prepared to be stressed, that kind of helps de-stress you?
Honestly, I just like relaxing when I'm stressed. I like doing nothing. And then me and one of my other teammates, Presley, we like to do Bible studies together. So we do that together to de-stress.
I love that. And y'all do that after a tournament too, which I saw you do. And I love that. I think that's great, because otherwise you could really literally just go into the clubhouse and talk about all the bad stuff, right? That just happened, which is what?
That's what the boy got.
Dad said that's what the boys do. But you girls,
we're prone to it too.
But I think it's a mindset. It's like really telling yourself no, and then you go into Bible study. I love that. Allie, tell me what you think is the biggest, because you are a freshman, so this is like really new to you.
She's still figuring it out.
I still don't have an answer. Obviously time management is a huge deal, but since we've been golfing since we were so little, I feel like I thought that I was prepared for college. Like I was like, I've been a student athlete my whole life. I've played 2 sports in high school. Like, I'm always in season. I can handle this.
Right.
I was wrong. I did not play well in my first 2 tournaments because I was stressed out of my mind. I did not know what I was doing at all. Waking up at 6 o'clock for workouts. One time I was almost late for workouts.
This is actually such a funny story. Can I tell it?
I don't think I've heard it.
Okay. So one time I didn't have a car, so Allie let me borrow her car, and I live off campus, so I drove to workouts in the morning, and I was gonna pick Allie up from her dorm. We have to be there at 6:30, and it's 6:26, and I've called Allie so many times.
And I'm snoozing it.
Yeah,
I'm turning it off.
I don't know what that is. I'm snoozing that. I don't need to wake up. And so I sneak into her dorm, because there's a person at the front desk that you have to be a resident to get in. And so I sneak in, I just wave, and then I walk through the door, and I'm pounding on Allie's door because we have to be there in 2 minutes. Otherwise we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And so Allie's oh, okay. She finally opens the door, and she gets dressed super fast, and we both sprint down the hallway into her car, and then sprint into the weight room, and we made it literally on right on the dot.
Good job, ladies.
Yep.
Good job. So way to make it on time.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult when you're having to wake up at 6 every other day for workouts, and then right after that you have to eat, which I'm not very good at making time for in college. It's very difficult. And then you have to eat, and then you have to go to class, and then we have chapel, and then I have class, and then right after class we have practice, and it's just crazy trying to fit it all in. And then you get back and you have to do homework, but then your friends want you to go out and eat with them, and then you still have more homework when you get back, and then you have to go to the library and study, but then you have to wake up for workouts the next day.
It's a cycle.
It's just crazy.
One thing after another. And then you have a tournament, and you miss class, and it's just...
You have to figure out what you missed, and then you have to get notes.
So just breathe.
And then you have to make friends on top of that.
Yeah, of course.
And good ones. Sleep at some point. It's just a lot.
You have to be social, of course.
A big
That's
thing
part of
that she
college.
did mention is eating. That is a big thing to all the freshmen. I don't know about boys, but especially girls out there, is making time to eat when you go to college, because neither of us are good at that.
No, your brother said the same thing. He
so
said the same thing.
Sometimes we have people ask us, did you eat today? And we're like,
Oh,
nope.
Bye.
forgot to eat.
See you later.
Well, because you know, when you're growing up, right, you have parents that are like, okay, it's time to eat.
Yeah.
It's time to eat.
You have lunchtime
time
in
to
like
eat.
That's
scheduled
not
into
there.
school,
Yeah.
and that just like it's literally all up to you.
Okay,
if
so
you eat or
best
not.
piece of advice. What would you tell someone going into college, or they're going to graduate in this year, next year, and they're going to be either a college athlete or a college student? What advice would you give to them?
Mine would probably just to be easy on yourself because everyone else is going through the same thing.
Yeah.
Like you're not the only one that's new to it.
That's good.
Yeah, and chances are a lot of the people that are older than you have good advice for you. So listen to those that have done and take their advice.
Good advice. Good. And speaking of advice, what's the best piece of advice you both have been given in your life?
I don't have a good memory.
Related? Probably not to be so hard on myself, honestly.
I love it.
Because both Allie and I are very hard on ourselves, and being a college student and a college athlete at that is a lot of work. So, and it's a lot of stress and a lot of negative self-talk. So it's just hard to,
Yeah.
it's a good one to listen to. It's to not be so hard
No,
on
I
yourself
love
because, I mean, it's 4 years and you're making memories and you're.
It goes by fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you see, you know, a
Yeah.
year and a half left. And I think, and I have to tell you, I admire both of you so much. I really do. I admire you because I know what you do isn't easy. And I'm so proud of y'all. And I know you have a good piece of advice that you remember in life.
No, I don't.
Think about it, Allie.
I'll be thinking
someone
until
out there
tomorrow.
has given you a good piece of advice that you think everybody needs to hear today.
Yep.
Yep. We're going to come back to you on that one. What was that?
Never give up from my mom.
Tackle the day.
Tackle the
Tackle
day.
the day and have fun.
Okay, so we've talked about faith, we've talked about college, we talked about golf. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Well, Dad just walked in. Do we need to talk about boys? No. Okay.
Maybe their brother, the little brother.
Yeah,
they love
only
their
our
brothers.
brothers.
We love our brothers.
They do. You guys are really close to your brothers, and
Yep.
they're sweet. So, anything you want to add about the boys?
It's
Boys
funny.
will be boys.
It's
Can't
funny
live with
how
them, can't
similar
live
they
without
are.
them.
What was that?
It's funny how similar they are without noticing.
Your brothers?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's funny because they're 9 years apart, and they don't live
And they get
together.
so mad
And
when
they
we
get
compare
so
them.
mad.
That's really
I'm like,
funny.
you sounded like Austin when you said that. And
And he
Alex
gets
is like,
so
no,
mad.
I don't.
I don't sound like him, and they sound identical.
It's so funny.
That is funny. I do see a lot of
On
similarities
the putting
too.
green, they look identical.
What was that?
On the putting green, they look identical.
They do. They
Alex
golf.
puts the
they
same
golf
way as him.
alike.
And I told him the other day, I literally was like, Alex, you put the same way as Austin. He was like, what does that mean? And I was like, you just putt like him.
Okay, are we running out of time? I think we are, aren't we? I could do this all day. I literally could do this all day.
I mean,
I could do this all day
you
long.
got plenty of camera time.
We're okay? Okay, we got more
I do
camera
have a
time.
tea time in 30 minutes.
Oh, tea time. See? Got to get to golf. Okay, let's play favorite things. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Favorite things.
You did this to me too.
What was that?
I said you did this to
I
me.
did this to Dad, yeah.
wait.
Let's start with
Wait.
favorite golf course you've ever played.
Oh, gosh.
Chileno Bay.
Chileno Bay.
Chileno Bay. Is
Or the
beautiful.
Stanford golf course. I love that golf course.
Yeah, I agree.
That
Both
is
of those
pretty.
are pretty awesome.
Yeah, very pretty. Okay, favorite golf club.
My 8-iron.
Mine's my 8-iron
Yeah,
as well.
my 8-iron.
Favorite sibling.
Okay.
I was kidding. I just said Allie.
Confirmed.
Favorite parent. No. Just kidding. Not gonna do it to y'all. Not gonna do it to y'all. Favorite coffee. I know y'all are coffee
This is
drinkers.
my
know
Starbucks
hers.
order. Are you ready?
Yes.
A venti iced vanilla latte with extra caramel and 2 extra pumps of vanilla.
Yes.
I like to switch it up sometimes, but
I get the same thing every day.
my most reliable that I will always go back to is a venti iced caramel latte with oat milk.
Nice. Nice. Okay, favorite West Texas restaurant. You're coming back to Midland. You're like,
Murray's.
Murray's. Shout out Murray's.
That's where I'm going. Or Field Bar.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
Dos
or Field
Compadres. I love Dos Compadres.
3 great places, all completely different. And let me tell you,
We
when
could
they
go
come
all
home,
3 of them in one
in
day.
one day.
That's what I was gonna say. I think you've hit all 3 in one day.
Yep.
Okay, favorite. Oh, what else? What else? Favorite. Well, we said favorite golf course, but favorite place you've ever traveled to.
Ooh, favorite place I've ever traveled to. I lived in Florida for a summer, and that was pretty awesome.
Oh, I've got mine.
Oh, you've got yours?
Yeah.
Malibu.
Oh, Malibu. Yes.
I didn't get to go to Malibu because
you
I
were
was
in
living in Florida.
You win some, you lose some.
I'm seeing a theme here. We need to get to the beach is what I'm seeing here, ladies.
We need to get to the beach.
Right there with you. Right there with you. We are beach girls. Okay. What else? Favorite? Let me think. Do you guys have any favorite?
Favorite for you?
No, just in general for each other. Like
Favorite movie.
Yeah, favorite movie.
Aspen, what's
I love
favorite
it.
movie?
Which favorite movie?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I knew that.
That's
What's my
fun.
favorite movie?
Ocean's 11.
No.
You always say that.
It's either that or Top Gun.
Oh. It's because it's our family movies. We always watch them with our dad.
Dad loves Top Gun.
I love Top Gun.
Yes, so true. What's my favorite movie?
Ooh. Your favorite movie
don't even know.
is...
Ooh, I also love Mamma Mia.
Oh, Mamma Mia is good.
I don't know your favorite movie, Mom. You really like Yellowstone right now.
I'm really into Yellowstone. Like, really into it. It is so good. But man, does it just like, it's intense.
You like a lot of classic movies, I feel like. Do you like Pretty Woman? Is that your favorite?
I love Pretty Woman. I love Forrest Gump.
Oh, I love Forrest Gump.
I love me some Forrest Gump. I have so many. I could go on and on. We love movies. But anyway, okay, girls, I want to just first of all tell you thank you so much for this time. I cannot tell you how good for my heart it has been. I really don't want it to end, and I hope all of you have learned something. You've gotten to see a little insight into our family and why I brag about them all the time, because I love them so much, because they are just good people. You really are. Y'all are such good humans, and I just couldn't be prouder of you. In closing, is there anything that we didn't get to talk to today that you're like, ooh, we're going to be on Mom's podcast, besides doing, what is it? What is the thing?
ASMR.
Besides doing that and making weird sounds into the microphone. When they were little, they would come into my office and just tap the microphone. Is there anything we didn't get to talk about today that you want to talk about that you think, I think this is really important, people can learn from it, or they could laugh at, or they could whatever? Anything?
I don't know. Just don't be hard on yourself. And that's all I have to say.
And go tackle the day.
And go tackle the day.
Two good things, ladies. I'm so proud of you, and I love you
And
so
go
much.
Shaps.
And go Shaps.
Peck 'em.
Peck 'em. There you go. Go Shaps. We always do a shout out to nonprofits. Are there any nonprofits that y'all have, really supported through the years that you think are good? I can think of one, but I want y'all to, that has really helped both of you. But I'll say it after you guys say what your favorite is.
I'm scared.
I don't know.
One that's really helped out both of us.
Judy Rankin.
Judy Rankin.
Judy Rankin, the JTR Suitcase
JTR
Fund.
Suitcase Fund.
Yes.
Shout out.
Shout out Paula Bettis and Judy Rankin and Riley Rankin.
All our faves.
Judy has changed golf for West Texas girls.
She really has.
She really has. And boys, Alex got to go to the same thing that y'all got to go to. They were invited to the VOA and got to play with LPGA players, and that was so much fun. And so I just wanted to shout her nonprofit out. So JTR Suitcase Fund, if you have some extra dollars you want to donate to this year, donate there. 'Cause they help out a lot of people.
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
Dad, I didn't even get to ask Dad. Do you have any questions for
That was awesome.
your favorite daughters?
Good job, girl.
Good job.
Where's favorites?
Favorite daughters. Yep. You're a favorite older daughter. You're a favorite younger daughter. This has been the best. I mean, really, truly, the best time together sharing. I love y'all so much. I just want to thank all of you for listening. I hope that you saw something today that maybe you can share with someone that can help them, especially if you have teenagers, because these girls, those are tough years, and they're learning years and growing years. And my thing is, everything's going to be okay. And these two girls have proven it over time and time again, just what hard work and love and faith and what that can do for you to get through those years. And remember, everything is figure-outable. That's another one. Everything is figure-outable. And so thank you for sharing your life story today, or at least part of it.
Thanks for having us, Mom.
I love y'all so much. Don't forget to dream big, believe, never give up, and tackle the day. That's
Have
right.
fun.
And have fun. Have fun while you're doing all these things. Thanks again for joining us. You make it a great day.